Hello and welcome back to another The Walking Dead The Ones Who Live video, and today I want to talk about Michonne and will she die in the final episode, because I think there's a possibility that the show has been hinting the death of Michonne, and the whole reason I'm making this video is because of episode 5 and that red revolver. And I'm going to be talking about the red theory. This is the first time I've done this on this channel, and I have mostly always been against the red theory. I think it's just a very dumb theory, but episode 5 really changed my mind because the red revolver was such a weird thing. Like, I remember seeing the revolver and originally thinking, oh, is this an Easter egg to the red machete? Because Rick gets a machete but doesn't have a red handle, and then this red revolver comes in, but then Rick never interacts with the weapon. Michonne does it instead, and Michonne's the one holding the revolver in multiple scenes, and it later goes to Jadis. And then at the end they make it like very clear that Rick goes out of his way to pick up Jadis's gun, not the red revolver, to kill Jadis. And this makes me think that the red theory could be a thing, and maybe that actually kind of lean into it a little more in this show, with everyone who touched that revolver died. And this is where I'm getting the theory that maybe Michonne's going to die because she's the only person alive now that's touched that revolver. So first of all, the people that Rick and Michonne first meet in the woods, the man who had the revolver, he gets killed by walkers at the end of the episode. Then Michonne picks up the revolver before Jadis does, and then Jadis gets killed by walkers also at the end of the episode, or bitten, but Rick takes her down. This is making me think that if Michonne does die, it's gonna be a bite or something. I don't think Michonne's gonna die any other way, just because you've already set a precedent with this weapon and people who touched it dying from walkers. I think Michonne might get bit in the next episode, or somehow die related to walkers, but this could be us making connections, or me, should I say, making connections that don't exist. I just think it's a really odd choice to make this weapon red, and you make it such a prominent thing then. If this was a normal looking gun, we wouldn't make these connections that, oh, there's the colour red and everyone who's touched the gun has just died. I just think this is just another case of the red theory. You could also kind of push it to everyone who's died, or everyone who held the gun, they were also wearing red at the time. Jadis had red stripes, the guy had a red checkered like kind of flannel, so you could be like, okay, they were wearing red also. Michonne at the time was wearing pink, so you could say, oh, it's a variation of red. You could stretch it that far, but I think it's just the gun, not the clothes also. It's just a very interesting theory that I haven't been on board with for a really, really long time. And then this came along and I'm like, okay, I think the gun has to mean more than just, it's a red gun. It has to mean something. And you could go, oh, well, Michonne doesn't have the gun anymore, so does it no longer work? And I would say no, because we saw in this episode, episode 5, the guy had the gun at the start, he still died without the gun. Jez had it at the time, but he held the gun. And that's what's getting me to think, okay, Michonne had the gun in this episode, she no longer has it, but I think it's going to set her up for a next episode death. But this is just my opinion on, is Michonne going to die, and is the red theory that people have been talking about for years actually going to be a thing? I'm now more inclined, I've been on Friends for years about this theory, to be like, maybe it actually is true. Maybe this is an actual theory that actually has some, like, evidence or precedent. Like, we just saw a bright red gun and everyone's grabbed it, died eventually. I think Michonne might be on the chopping block at some point. But please tell me down below, what do you think? Do you think Michonne could die at the end of episode 6? We know episode ... will have a ... ending. It'll be the end of Michonne and Rick's love story. And we know that it won't be a happy ending. And so it's making me believe something big's going to happen. Maybe it's going to be the death of Michonne. And always, this is just my opinion, so please tell me your opinion down below. So goodbye, peace out, and I'll talk to you later.